Well, I think in August, GW will be able to afford that solid gold penthouse they always wanted to, with the nice singing toilets, the kind that shoot the hot water up your bum bum. Because on July the 5th, Indominus will drop and you will be able to play 9th edition. So from July the 11th, that's the date they've given us on this new Warhammer article on the community website. People up and down the country, all the boys and girls, not just this country, many other countries probably, will be emptying their bank accounts, making themselves slightly poorer, giving their money over to GW in order to get hold of this plastic crack. And god damn it, GW, you aren't just fucking effective at what you do. You know, I can take or leave the Indominus box set. I ain't got no stake in that fight. I know Jamie's in talks right now with a Space Marine player to go halvesies on the box set, but it's not just the Indominus box that's dropping. Oh, no. According to this article, we're also going to get a series of books. I'll say series, it's more like 3, really. We're going to get chapter approved, a mission pack, and the Minotaur Field Manual. Now, according to the blurb, the mission pack is basically ram-packed full of, well, missions and way for tournament organisers and whoever really wants to organise their own tournaments to do so. So I can imagine a lot of gaming clubs will want to get their hands on that. Everybody will want to get their hands on that, really, just to get access to all the brand spanking new missions and varying ways of playing 9th edition. And, of course, the Minotaur Field Manual, with all the brand spanking new points costs and power levels of every single model out there. So, not just the Indominus box, but you've also got 2 books to buy as well. But this is the thing that I resent GW for, and it's a simple thing. But I'm a sucker for this. I'm a sucker for these kind of purchases, right? The last chapter approved came with like a flip pad and like a book, like a tear-out page where you can like an army roster on. And I swear to God, I've never put pen to paper on that yet, but I've still got it. I can look at it right now. I mean, it's completely brand new. I've not touched it, so there was absolutely no point in me buying it. I said before, the only reason I bought that last one was to get my hands on those, like little wound counters, the little wound and command point counters, which arguably is a massive waste of money. But like I say, I'm an idiot when it comes to these things. So when I read that, for people who are interested in playing Crusade, they're also going to release what equates to a journal for you to track your army's progress. I was like, I'm probably never going to play Crusade. And if I do, I'm probably not going to play it that often. But I still want this fucking book. I'm not a great fan of the logo, but I am a fan of these kind of fucking tacky journal things. And I'm probably gonna end up buying this thing on top of the Minotaur Field Manual and the Grand Tournament Mission Pack. But arguably, I think me and Jamie are going to have to get together and sort something out between us, because all 3 of us don't need that Grand Tournament Pack. I'm sure between the 3 of us we can lend it. But that little Crusade Diary thing, God, it's so tacky. It's so tacky, and I'm never going to use it, but I still want it. God damn it, GW! Fuck you! Fuck you for taking my money, you pieces of shit! Gah! That's just me. Oh, and we're also going to get open war mission cards, which I think are quite nice for people who just want to throw down with a quick game. I'll probably end up buying them because they don't take up much space, and why not? I've got more money than sense. So yeah, boys and girls, get your wallets ready, because as of the 11th of this month, the 11th of July, they're going to be taking a hit. But there you go, 25th of July. We don't have long to wait before 9th edition drops, and we are rushed into a new golden age of 140k. Fingers crossed. Well, yesterday also we got a faction focus for the Thousand Sons, and Thousand Sons being the psychic boys that they are. We've got obviously previews on performing psychic actions and whatnot. You see, in the game of 40k, you can shoot people with guns, you can stab people with knives, or you can melt them with your brain. And Thousand Sons tend to do a lot of brain melting. And it seems that performing psychic actions works, as you can see from the blurb here, works pretty much the same way as performing actions does. It's just another way to score your victory points at the end of those secondary objectives. You have to pass a psychic test, and you can't really do anything else in that turn, but your opponent can deny you. The blurb's alright there, I'm not going to go through it. It's like, it's pretty much the same as performing actions, but except for using Psychic Test for an ability to buff or ability to cause damage, you're using it to essentially score this objective. But your opponent can't deny it. But it comes with a nice little like progressive objective there of mental interrogation. Score 3 victory points each time you successfully complete the following psychic action: mental interrogation. Warp charge of 4. One psychic character from your army can attempt to perform this psychic action in the psychic phase if it is within 18 inches of an enemy character. So it's a nice little fluffy way of you reaching into your opponent's mind, gaining insights into the battle plans. It's quite fluffy. 3 command points. It's just not 3 command points, 3 victory points. It's a nice way for you to build your sort of your objective deck around your army. You know, you're gonna have a lot of Psychers and Thousand Suns, and this is a good way for you to reap those objectives and those victory points, which is nice. Now, no one can think Thousand Suns without thinking of this boy right here, Magnus the frickin' Red, with his big ass horn nipples. And Supreme Command Detachment. Right now, the Supreme Command Detachment in 8th edition is just another detachment where you just build with HQs and it gets you command points, right? But obviously, as we know, that's changing in 9th edition, and it is no exception. Now, people who want to field the big-ass boys, you've got your Magnus the Red, your Mortarion, your Guilliman, your Silent King when he gets released. You can have your Supreme Command Detachment, but it's not going to work at all the same way, as you can see from here. The restrictions are you can only include 1 Supreme Command Detachment in your army. The detachment can only include 1 Primarch, Demon Primarch, or Supreme Commander unit, and this unit must be selected as your Warlord. So, straight away, you know, it's saying Primarchs, Demon Primarchs, so anything with those keywords, or Supreme Commander. So these are the big boys, the head honchos, the guys that in the fluff lead armies anyway, the tactical geniuses. It makes no sense for you to include Mortarion or Magnus, but only have like a Chaos Warlord, Chaos Lord as your Warlord, or same for the Silent King. And imagine the Silent King isn't going to, you know, take orders off a regular Pharaon. It's just not going to happen. So if you include these boys, they've got to be your Warlord. So what normally would happen to another detachment is you would obviously pay the command point penalty for having these boys, but not in the Supreme Command Detachment. It apparently gets you refunded. As you can see there, select one of the following. You can either get 4 command points back if your army includes a brigade detachment, 3 command points if you include a battalion, 2 command points if your army includes any patrol detachments. So there you go. That's the way of like reaping back those command points. So you don't have to spend, you know, as much. Just try and include these special characters, and who wouldn't? I mean, Magnus the Red, he's a gorgeous model, and why would you not include him in a Thousand Suns battle? Because he kicks so much ass, you'll probably go blind. So yeah, there were the 2 previews yesterday. We've got to get our wallets ready for the reckoning that is 9th edition. I am going to try and find more space in my life for even more pointless stat that I'll probably never use. And yeah, you can still end up using Magnus Red, Mortarion, Guilliman, Silent King, but they've got to be your Warlord this time round. So you get to use the models, doesn't cost you in command points, but you know, you don't get to trick out your Warlord quite so much. Take it or leave it, it's there, boys and girls. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm sure there'll be more previews incoming. We'll just have to keep an eye out. Until then, I will see you all next time. See you later.